The crisis currently engulfing the Labour Party is more than just an internal squabble over leadership. It's a harrowing reflection of the party's fundamental failure to offer a credible alternative to the Conservatives. The leaking of private discussions, coupled with Keir Starmer's escalating inability to unify his fractured party, has exposed the Labour Party's core weaknesses in the most public and devastating way. There is no sugarcoating this. Starmer's leadership is on the brink of collapse, and the party, already teetering on the edge of irrelevance, risks plunging into chaos if it doesn't act swiftly and decisively. Let's be clear. The Labour Party's survival hinges on a leadership that can not only unify its fractured factions but also offer a bold, coherent vision that contrasts sharply with the regressive policies of the Conservative government. Yet, what we see under Starmer's leadership is precisely the opposite. Far from asserting itself as the natural governing party, Labour has become a pale shadow of its potential, a party of compromise and cautious mediocrity. Starmer's failure to take bold stances on key issues has left the party adrift, with no clear direction or purpose. His leadership is marked by internal squabbling, indecision, and an alarming lack of vision for the future of Britain. If this crisis is to be a turning point, it must be the moment when the Labour Party faces up to the hard truth. Starmer is not fit to lead. Let's not mince words. Labour's primary function is to challenge the government's failures and offer a viable alternative. Yet, under Starmer, Labour has neither challenged nor offered anything new. The Conservative Party, riddled with scandal and mismanagement, has been left to run riot without so much as a compelling opposition. Starmer's reluctance to take bold stances, his tendency to appease rather than confront, has led to a party that fails to inspire even its own supporters. When internal leaks suggest that senior figures within the party are questioning his ability to lead, that's a glaring sign that the emperor has no clothes. Starmer's supposed competence is crumbling under the weight of political reality. The most damning revelation in this entire scandal is the admission that Starmer himself is struggling with the immense pressure of leadership. To lead a party, especially in times of national crisis, requires far more than just competence. It demands conviction, vision, and the ability to inspire those around you. Starmer, by his own admission, is faltering. His inability to steer Labour in a clear direction is not just a failure of leadership, it is a direct disservice to the millions of people who rely on Labour to stand against the Conservatives. A leader in crisis cannot lead a party in crisis. Starmer's failure to weather this storm demonstrates that he is incapable of leading Labour through the coming political battleground. The division within the party is no secret. Starmer's approach has alienated both the left-wing and centrist factions of Labour. The left is frustrated by his lack of bold policy proposals, while centrists argue that his failure to challenge the Conservative government leaves them with no real alternative. The leaks have exposed the chasm between these factions, making clear that no one within the party believes in Starmer's ability to bridge these gaps. The reality is simple. Starmer has failed to unite Labour, and he cannot be the man to lead it into a general election. What is at stake now is not just Labour's immediate future, but its long-term relevance in British politics. If the party fails to replace Starmer with a leader who can energize the base, challenge the government effectively, and present a clear, bold vision for the future, then it risks becoming a permanent opposition party. The party's inability to oust Starmer quickly will send the signal that Labour is unwilling or unable to make the tough decisions necessary to put itself back on the map. The electorate, already disillusioned with political parties in general, will not have patience for such an incoherent, disjointed mess. The calls for Starmer's resignation are growing louder by the day, and rightly so. It's time for Labour to act. The party needs a leader who can reinvigorate its base, who can unify the various factions, and who can present a compelling alternative to the Conservatives. Figures like Angela Rayner or Andy Burnham, both of whom have shown greater political savvy and leadership potential, must be seriously considered. Both have the experience, conviction, and ability to connect with voters who are tired of seeing the same old, tired compromises from the Labour leadership. The time for dithering is over. Labour cannot afford to wait for Starmer to come to his senses. The party needs a new leader, one who is ready to fight, to inspire, and to challenge the status quo. If Labour continues to back Starmer, it is only sealing its own fate. The leadership of the Labour Party has become a sinking ship, and the longer Starmer clings to the wheel, the faster it sinks. The party is in disarray, and its future hangs by a thread. The only way forward is a bold, decisive change in leadership. Anything less will condemn Labour to a future of irrelevance.